Hello friends and fellow gamers, it's MKxJUMP here, and this week we have another event for Idle Heroes. So in today's video we're going to be checking out the new event and also having a sneak peek at next week's event, which is going to be for Christmas Day. If you haven't already heard, we're starting a new free-to-play series over at twitch.tv/MKxJUMP on Christmas Day, so be sure to stay tuned for all the updates. That stream will start at 23:30 GMT the night before on Christmas Eve, and we'll do some stuff, and in the following day at 1600 GMT, we're going to do a massive Christmas Day stream, so don't miss it. Also, I'd love to give a shout out to an individual called Lord Vader, who has decided to back me on Patreon this week. If you want to be like Lord Vader and back me on Patreon, you can find a link up there in the top corner of the screen or down below in the description. Anyway, this week is Imps Adventure, so let's go check it out and see what's in store for us. This week we have an Imps Adventure event, so every day for logging in we'll get our hands on 4 dice and 150 gems. Now these gems are going to be super useful, not just for getting more dice in Imps Adventure, but because it looks like next week we're going to need gems as well to get some cool rewards, and also this week you need gems too. So let's go take a look at this week's event. First of all, we have the Idler's Sweet House, which is carrying on over. Basically, you have today to cash in the blue macaroons you managed to pick up. My recommendation for most people would be to go for Profit Orbs if you're looking forward to a Inosuke coming out in the new year, or to get Heroic Summon Scrolls if you don't have enough already for the Chinese New Year and Christmas Summon events. So I'm personally actually going to get Heroic Summon Scrolls today because I need them all to get the new hero that's coming out on Christmas Day. So that's going to be very exciting. Also, of course, you can get this copy of Sia if you want to get your hands on maybe a Sword Flash, and you're going to need these copies to upgrade her. There is, of course, Flora and Carry if you wanted, but I really wouldn't recommend going for the Wildfire Torch because it's not that good of an artifact. Next up, we have our value packages for this week. They're going to get you gems and dice, varying amounts depending on how much you're willing to spend. This is okay because Imps Adventure is full of fantastic rewards, so if you did want to spend heavy, this is an okay event to do it, but do remember Christmas Day is going to be in a week's time, so if you were planning on spending big then, maybe hold back and don't spend all your money this event. Next up, we have our winter supplies, which are fantastic. Every day, you're going to get a dice and 3 Heroic Summon Scrolls if you spend 2,000 gems here, so I'm going to buy that, and that means every day now, for the week, I'm going to get my hands on a dice and 3 Heroic Summon Scrolls. Don't worry if you can't afford it now, these resources will gradually accrue throughout the week, and then you can finally purchase them and pick them up all in one go, because of course it would be a bit silly if the dice would follow over into next week, because that would be dumb, so pretty much you can just pick them up as and when you have 2,000 gems to spend. Also, if you wanted to part with some cash, you can rack up some great rewards here. You're getting 1,000 gems a day, 2 additional dice a day, and also 10 glorious relics every day. So that works out at 14 dice, 7,000 gems, and 70 glorious relics. This is really, really nice. So these rewards are sent to your mail during the event, and unclaimed rewards, of course, as I just said, will be reserved for when you finally do purchase the supply. So this is great. It's actually really nice, and it's actually the best value Imps Adventure thing we've seen in a very, very long time. For those of you that do spend money on this game, you really should probably pick this up because it's fantastic. Of course, guys, those dice would be useless if we didn't have Imps Adventure. The way Imps Adventure works, for those of you that don't know, is you move this little imp around the board by rolling dice, and every time you land on a tile, that tile will be upgraded so that next time you land on it, you'll get some better rewards. These starry mushroom huts are the pinnacle of this event because every time you pass them, you'll get a number of stars equal to the small number in the bottom right-hand corner of this mushroom image. As you land on the mushroom hut, it too will upgrade. Once it's level 2, it'll give you 4. Once it's level 3, it'll give you 5. And as you accrue these little stars, you'll get additional rewards. So, for getting 80 stars, you'll get 10 Heroic Summon Scrolls. For 110, you'll get an Elite Hero Shard. For 140, you'll get a limited skin selection chest. And unfortunately, they haven't added Drake or Ignis's skins to this yet, so sadly Russell is currently the most recent skin that you can get from this. Next, for 170, you can get the 6-star Puppet Chest, which you can use to help develop your heroes, and if you get to 200 stars, you get a 5-star Hero Selection Chest, which now includes Flora, for those of you that were after grabbing copies. For 230 stars, you can get your hands on the Material Selection Chest, which will give you one of these resources, your choice by the way, so maybe you need 100 million gold, maybe you need 75 million spirit, maybe you're after monster parts because you're an early player and you want to upgrade your monster so that your team can be more powerful. All of these are good options. Dust is great for upgrading your stone, and often hero promotion stones is something people don't have a lot of, although generally it's probably the least valuable thing here because you can pick them up fairly easily if you know what you're doing. Next is the 260 chest, where you can get a 5-star Light and Dark hero, any Light and Dark hero available in the game. I'd recommend maybe Russell and Drake for those of you that are looking for just a reliable hero. Amon-Ra's also good, Ada can be great in Aspen Dungeon, Carrie's reliable in PvP, and Tara can do some fantastic things alongside Scarlet Queen Halora. So there's some good choices here for those of you that can push up to 260. And finally, those of you that decide to spend a little bit will probably get to the 300 chest, where you'll get a 9-star puppet which you can use to improve a hero to 10-star E1 or E2. This is a great reward that will massively improve your progress. Of course, once you get to 300, it doesn't end there. You can go and do the event once more and just keep accruing as you move around the board. More and more stars means you pass this more and more times, and as you can see at the bottom, completed turns will let you know how many times you've done a full complete of this. There is no limit to the number of full completes you can do either, it just depends on how lucky you get with the dice. One way to get dice is from Shelter Mission. Every time you cash in for one of these heroes, you're going to get 5 dice. But these heroes, oh my, are they good. We have Penny, which is amazing for newer players. We have Garuda, same again, a fantastic hero for early players. Gustin's available, which is a good support hero. And Nakia, okay, she's not the best, but she's still there for those of you that are after her. I'd say you should do all of these. All you need to do is get 4-star heroes that match the type listed, cash them in, and then you can use a 5-star copy of any hero in that faction, and then go submit, and you get all these great rewards, including a copy of the hero you can see pictured. So that's very nice, a great way for newer players and players that are just after that final copy to get the heroes they need. I know there's a lot of you that are very excited for Penny being available, and many of you too excited for Garuda. These two are fantastic first E5s and brilliant heroes to have for most players. And finally, Grey Dwarf's Blessing is back this week, which is good if you need to upgrade your armor. I know for sure we're going to be upgrading our 5-star armor on our Rogan in the free-to-play account to hopefully beat Aspen Dungeon up to death. So if you guys want to catch that, tune into twitch.tv/MKxJUMP at 10 PM tomorrow, or actually watching this, it's actually probably going to be today. So just go over to Twitch, hit me with a follow, and wait for me to come live, and you can go see if our Rogan can actually beat Aspen Dungeon finally and get to death. Because that's what we're all waiting for. That's the final thing I want to do on that free-to-play account. And dear golly, am I excited. So hopefully Grey Dwarf's Blessing is the much-needed event that's going to help us do that. As well, guys, we should probably take a look at a few spoilers for next week. Let's look at this hero exchange event. In Alta, Drake, Carrie, Amon-Ra, and Mim are all going to be available. That's because this is a huge event. It's Christmas Day. It's probably the second biggest event of the year after Anniversary. So it's amazing that you're getting this many heroes. And I think because they're giving dark heroes in Alta, my guess is the hero that's going to be coming out on Christmas Day is also a dark hero. The reason I also think that is because we had Aspen, who was a dark hero 2 years ago. We had Tara a year ago, who's a light hero. So if it follows that pattern, we're going to get a dark hero again. However, I'm sure there are many of you that are rooting for a light hero, so I hope it's a light for your sake, but my guess is it's going to be a dark. In addition, there's going to be some fancy-smancy events for Christmas Day. The most important one I want to mention is the stockings. During the event, players will get great daily login rewards after purchasing the Christmas stocking. This is going to function very similarly to the winter supplies, where you're going to have to buy these stockings for gems. The difference is there's going to be 3 or 4 available that you can purchase, one of which will be purchasable with money, the rest will be purchasable with gems, and they're going to give some fantastic rewards. They're going to give relics, heroic scrolls, probably prophet orbs, maybe dust, spirit, I don't know, but they've had some really good rewards in the past, and I'm expecting it to be a very good value for money use of your gems. In addition, there's going to be Belrain's Fiesta, which is going to use a currency that's available for people that want to spend, but it's also going to be accessible for free-to-play players through the Snowman's Gift, which is the second event marked here, and also by doing these Christmas stockings with gems. So by purchasing the Christmas stockings, by doing the Snowman's Gift, you're going to be able to get your hands on some decent stuff. I highly doubt you'll be able to get the brand new artifact, which has been leaked, which I'll put a little picture of right there on the screen, but I think you'll be able to get some good stuff as well. My prediction is that artifact's probably going to cost in the region of $200 to $300, and we haven't seen what stats it can give yet, but I am quietly excited to think it's going to be another big contender for one of the best artifacts in the game. So folks, that's this week's event. Be sure to get hype for Christmas Day, which is going to be next Friday. And if you guys want to be involved in our streams, be sure to join us at 23:30 GMT next Thursday and also 1600 GMT on Christmas Day. I'm going to say that again, 4 PM GMT on Christmas Day. It's going to be huge. Do not miss it, guys. I want to get some hypes. Hit that like button if you're going to be joining us on Christmas Day. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing to the YouTube channel because we're only going to move up from here. If you want to check out some more of my content, you can find it here on the side of the screen. And don't forget, guys, if you want to help support me, you can back me on Patreon. Thank you for tuning in, guys. It's a pleasure to bring you these event reviews every week. I hope you have a great time and look forward to Christmas. Happy idling.